Hello everyone, this is JCJK Gaming. Welcome back to San Andreas. So today I'm going to be showing off one of the side missions in this game that I'm actually going to be playing through in order to get a nice reward, which I'll be showing off after I do this. I'm only going to show one of these because the way you can do this is you have to get a total of, I believe, like $10,000 from burglaries. But you can accumulate it over time. You don't have to do it in one run, which that would be damn hard if you had to do it in just one burglary run. You have to know exactly where to go and what to get. But you can just accumulate it over time. So I showed one of my runs of the night just to show you like how I sort of did stuff in this, or how you kind of do it. It's basically like the home invasion mission that we did at the beginning of the game, but just a lot longer. Well, not a lot longer, just like a lot more variety. You can go into different styles of houses, which each have either more or less goods depending on what type of house it is. So you'd want to try to get to the higher, or like the more wealthy part of the whatever city you're in. Which, speaking of, I'm not sure if you can do this in Las Venturas, so I know you can do it in San Fierro and Los Santos. Alright, so one thing I'm going to be doing here, you don't actually have to sneak like we did in the main story mission. If you want, you can find the people. Well, what you can do is just take the, you can just take the item and then get out of the house. And once you get out of the house, the cops, countdown counter, stops. And then the people will reset, like, go back to sleep or whatever. So if you want, you can do that. Now, the best thing to do, at least what I've found the best thing to do, is to actually just go to wherever the people are sleeping and kill them. If you kill them, but especially by not alerting them, you can actually just completely get rid of the noise count meter, and you can just sort of rob the stuff in their house with ease. Now this is actually sort of one of the wealthier houses. There's a bit more stuff in here than some of the other houses, so I found a good place to start my robberies. So you gotta just know which items you can pick up. You're usually gonna be picking up TVs, radios, stuff like that are kind of valuable, and then you just put it in your truck. You can actually press the button to put stuff in your truck kind of far away from the actual items, which is actually really useful. I had to check my buttons there. I'm pretty sure I could just use my F button instead of my return button to make things a bit easier, so I don't have to get my hand off the mouse and press the return key. I might as well just go ahead and say the reward you get for doing this side activity. And I will say I did most of the side activities in this game to the completion point where you would get the reward, just so because one, it makes the game easier, and two, it's just, I can show it off for a somewhat completionist playthrough, even though I did not 100% this game, as I've said countless times. But the reward for doing all the burglaries, or getting 10,000 from the burglary side mission, you actually get infinite sprint. And yes, it sounds as useful as it is. Infinite sprint is very awesome. Well, it's self-explanatory. You infinitely sprint. You don't have to worry about stamina anymore. You'd be surprised at how useful it is. Sorry, there's a lot of points in the game where you'll want to be running a lot, and when you have infinite sprint, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, you just fucking fell down. So yeah, if they see you, you can still kill them, but you have to get out of the house to reset the cops thing. And then you go back in and the noise meter's gone. This is one of the not as good houses that you can go in and rob, but there's still some good stuff here. And also the advantages is that it's really small. So if you actually do let the cops countdown get to 0, you do get 3 stars basically. And I mean, I guess you could still try to rob places, but like, what's the point? Because there's cops surrounding the house. They will fucking destroy you. I got so scared here because it just blacked out like that. It just took a long time to load though. So in order to get an optimal burglary activity, you just want to have a good route planned. If you have like a really good route, you can just consistently get a ton of money from it. It's actually probably one of the best ways to make money in this game, honestly. Besides, there's some other good activities you can do too, but this is probably one of the best ways. It is like 10 minutes that you have to do it, but you can get a ton of money. Although I had never really found much issue with money in this game. As long as you just keep doing missions and don't spend your money absurdly on shit, you should be good for the most part. Yeah, so I had to show the full burglary night because, you know, I'm kind of like always about that, just showing everything I do in an LP instead of just showing like little bits. Although for something like this, I probably could have edited it down a little bit. There's never anything in these bathrooms. I don't know why. So yeah, this other house right here, I'm pretty sure it's like the exact same layout. Yep.
Villas must be expensive, huh?
Someone else in the house too. There you go. So yeah, usually if you just gotta do that first. Once you do that, it's the robbery becomes a lot easier. Just step one is to kill whoever's in the house. So big ass TV. So the way you do these missions is basically there's that truck. The armored truck always has a certain spawn point, and you just sort of take it and you can start the mission from that vehicle. Just that vehicle. You can't really do it from any others. It's a Boxville apparently. Apparently you can do this in Las Venturas. There's just not as many places to rob as there are in the other cities. And once the timer runs out, you don't have to get the items back to the lockup by that timer. You just have to stop robbing. You have to be in the truck by the time that the daylight countdown reaches 0. Sorry, I probably sound retarded there because like I said like reaches 0 or something like that. But just as long as you get it there, as long as you're in the truck by then, you can just go to the lockup and unload the goods. Good truck positioning is also important. As long as the back of the truck is kind of near the wherever you're exiting from. Okay, so apparently you don't actually have to do the burglary side mission as a 100% thing. It's just there if you want to do it. But the reward you get from it, in my opinion, is well worth the hassle. And you also get for getting $10,000 or over at least $10,000 from of all your burglaries. You also get an additional $3,000, which is pretty nice. Yeah, not much else to say. Our timer's running out here, so I believe might be the last one I did. No, maybe I did one more. No, wait, no, I went in here.
I get my revenge, you little bastard.
Yeah, okay, I was about to go do another one. But yeah, I decided enough was enough, so I decided to get in the car. And as you can see, once you get in the car, you can go offload the goods at the lockup, which is what we're gonna do right now. So yeah, I would recommend doing these in San Fierro. In Los Santos, there's a chance if the people in the house are awake, which there is a chance they are awake, the closer you start robbing from, because you can start at about the hour 20, and then at the hour 6 here is when you have to stop. And you get 5 hours to unload the goods. But as I said, it seems like if you in Los Santos, oh my god, I'm literally fucking retarded. In Los Santos, if you if there's some houses where you can actually find gang members, even ally gang members will actually try to attack you with pistols and will still notify the police. So it's kind of a scary thing that can happen in Los Santos when you're robbing. So that's just a little heads up. So I got 8,000 cash that time. It's a really good run. Just one more after this would have done it, I believe, for my 100%. Or for my reward, I mean, not my 100%. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Alright, unload the goods. What did I get from that one? 6,000 items. Or $6,000, not 6,000 items, holy shit. Yeah, I completed it, $3,000, and... Did they tell us about the other reward? They don't tell you about your infinite sprint, but you do have it. As you can see, I'm going to show it off by just sprinting like a madman all the way back to the save point. It's a very, very, very awesome feature or skill you can get. Aside from the fire trucking missions, it's probably one of the most like useful abilities that you can actually get. I fucking ran laps around that. Alright, here's our next mission. Hopefully the picture shows up on Vegas Pro. The Da Nang thing.
You caught me on my way out.
Business?
This is the big one. This is the one that is going to seal my place in the Red Gecko Tong. But something's come up, and I gotta sort things out myself. Excuse me. Little Lion, what's the news? Damn! Why today of all days? Okay, shit. Take Guppy and go check it out.
Trouble?
The Da Nang boys are arriving today on a container ship. Little Lion's gone to check it out. I really gotta go too.
Hey man, look, don't even trip. I'ma handle this for you, alright?
Thanks, my friend. Your help and friendship has been invaluable to me.
Thanks, man. What are other guys?
Oh, they're getting a helicopter to do a couple of flybys of the ship. Look, if everything goes well, I'll call you in a week or so and invite you to my new spot.
Hey, CJ, what are you doing here?
Just bumped into Woozy on his way out. Fill me in. I thought I'd go with you.
Well, we ain't rolling. We're whirling. Strap in and strap up.
Strap in, strap up. So we got a minigun in this helicopter. And we're gonna be flying by the ship. We gotta shoot the people on the ship pretty much. That's all we're doing.
Where we headed?
To the boat. It's moored out in the bay.
Oh yeah, I see it.
You better lock and load. They'll be on their guard.
Lock and load.
Locked and loaded, let's go.
Holy fuck. They're gunning for us already. I see them. They're all over.
You pretty much just hold down the fire button.
Right in my
And if you try to, as long as you aim generally well for them, you should be able to hit them. They won't really be able to do anything to you anyway. Except for this guy coming up. You cannot kill him. He is supposed to shoot your helicopter down. Yep. You get shot, you're going down.
Brace for impact.
There's no way to kill him. So, you actually don't have to get on the boat right now. You can actually, if you really, because yeah, you use everything but your knife. So this is why, for that reason, it's okay. It's better to do this mission before you do like the Jizzy missions and the garage missions. So you can actually, before you swim to that marker, you can actually go back to the shore and just load up on weapons to make this a lot easier. But stealthing's fine. It's not that bad. And these people drop weapons anyway. This guy drops a shotgun. Most of the other people on this ship will drop SMGs that you can use. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of stealth kills here, just because it is the only thing we can do right now. We only have a shotgun, but I'm not gonna waste a shotgun on some people. I'd rather take everyone out as quietly as I can and not attract attention. So basically we're making our way to the storage area of the ship. That's where the refugees are at. We gotta navigate this little maze of containers though. As you can see, I believe it's a Tech 9. So picking up the Tech 9 is pretty useful. Because there's going to be a later part of the mission where we pretty much have to shoot everyone. There's no way to stealth it. And the Tech 9's a pretty good weapon. Fucking perfect stealthing right here, by the way. Absolutely great. Oh, his body fell down there, so the weapon's down there, I just left it. I better not accidentally die. Yeah, it's around this part of the mission where you pretty much have to start shooting people. As you can see, one of them will see me no matter what I do, so I might as well just go ahead and shoot him. Some good headshots there, took care of it rather easily. That guy got the drop on me a little bit.
You gonna stay cool now.
There you go. Yeah, there's pickups throughout this mission, as you can see. Little health pickup, and they'll give you some armor too later. If they didn't give you that, then this would be a much more difficult mission. So I'm just popping heads. It's the easiest thing to do here. Oh, there you go.
What was you saying?
Headshot. There are actually some people down here too. There's two of them. I saw this one. I didn't see the other one though, and he kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, there you go. As you can see, I've lost basically all of my armor, so I'm gonna have to find more of that. So as you can see, there's the way to the storage area. Now what I did was I was worried about body armor, so I started looking for that. The funny thing is, there's actually the only body armor pickup is like right when you drop down into the storage area. So I pretty much spent my time looking over here for nothing. We go to this part of the boat later in the mission, but right now we have to go down to storage. As you know, they usually hide stuff here, or they usually hide stuff like that. Rockstar will, if you're willing to explore a little bit, you can find some extra pickups and goodies, but not right now. God, I'm just taking more fall damage. And also, I suck at jumping up ledges apparently. More fall damage. Alright, here we go. This is the next part of the mission here.
Keep it down.
Yeah, the refugees are being kept in that container right there. Snakehead.
Belonging to a drinking cola in the free west, eh? Hey, who the fuck are you?
I'm your worst nightmare. Now I gotta take out the refugees guard. Pretty much the same little ordeal here that we've been doing the whole mission. Just pop heads, as you see, perfectly placed headshots there. That was pretty cool. And this is where the body armor was. And they also give you another Tech 9 pickup should you need it. I have a ton of ammo for it right now though, so I'm pretty good. Actually, since this area is so close quarters, running and gunning like this might actually be a better strategy. Because you can just sort of, they're close enough to where the crouch aiming doesn't really matter. You just still pop heads. Now this guy up here is pretty unique. Stick these up your ass. He throws a grenade straight at you. You can either run up to him and then just, or like start running towards him and his grenade still won't hit you, or you can just run back like I did. That usually trips people up on their first playthrough, because like it sort of shows, it's like that shoot the padlock thing on the bottom of the screen, and it shows him saying that, and then like everyone's confused, and then they hear him yell, and then you get blown up and you die unless you have body armor. It can be kind of bad.
The snakehead tricked us. We're prisoners. Please help us escape.
Alright, so yeah, we gotta go up to the bridge now.
The snakehead is up on the bridge.
There's the snakehead. A boss of sorts, although he really doesn't have much more health than your average enemy. Leave no one alive on the bridge. They don't respawn anyone down here, thankfully. I was just sort of aiming just to be safe. But there's no one. It's just a straight run back to the bridge. They did spawn like someone in that one little overlooking area though at the bridge, so I gotta take care of him. Right there. Headshotted. I rolled off. Wow, that was kind of sad. Okay, well. Yeah, I angled my roll to where I just rolled off. Alright, there's one guy up there. Alright. Yes, I added in Duel to Fates deal with it. Because he's going to give us a katana. And we can battle him with his katana, so let's do it. Dragon sausage. Well, that was Snakehead. Yeah, he's pretty easy. Just mash a katana and you'll kill him. You actually don't even need to use a katana. If you want, you can just shoot him with a firearm of your choice. Or, if you don't even feel like doing that, you can actually sneak up the stairs to not trigger the cutscene. And then you can just shoot him in the head and skip the cutscene and all that. It saves some time. So, alright. And that's it for the mission, basically. The refugees are saved. And we also got on a boat too. And with that, that will end this episode with $15,000 in more respect. That's going to be the first episode of San Andreas. See you guys next time where we do more stuff.